In this video, we're going to be proving triangle similarity by AA. And so we're going to show the two triangles are similar and then write a similarity statement. For this, we're going to do more of like a paragraph proof, so it's just really informal, just writing a sentence explaining why the two angles are congruent and then getting to our conclusion of the two triangles being similar. So here I have two triangles. I have triangle RSV and triangle VTU. I see that I have two arrows on these two sides, which again just means that these two sides are parallel. And so I know for these two triangles to be similar, I need two corresponding angles to be congruent. And so I need to remember some of my theorems to prove that these angles are congruent. Well, I know with parallel sides I have several angle pairs that are congruent. And so I can kind of think of this as being extended out, these two sides. And I can think of this as being my transversal. And so when you look at it this way, you see that I do have a pair of alternate interior angles. And we learned that alternate interior angles are congruent. So I see that angle T is congruent to angle R. So I can say angle R is congruent to angle T by the alternate interior angles theorem. And then another one that you could say is congruent are actually SVR and TVU. And that's because of these are vertical angles. And we learned that from the vertical angles theorem that those are congruent. So I have that angle RBS is congruent to angle TVU by the vertical angles theorem. And so since I have two angles that are congruent, I can therefore say that triangle RBS similar to triangle R is congruent to T, so triangle TVU by angle-angle similarity theorem. Okay, let's try one last one. So I want to prove that these two triangles are congruent. So I'm looking at this triangle on the right and this triangle on the left. First, I see that there is a right angle right here. And so I know that this is also a right angle. So I know that angle CFD is congruent to angle EFD by right angle congruence theorem. And then I see that angle C is 32 degrees and angle E is 58. I don't know the angle of FDC or FDE on either, so I need to use my triangle sum theorem to figure this out. So I'm going to try to find the measure of angle FDC. And so just doing some little side work over here, I see that measure of angle FDC plus 32 plus 90 equals 180. plus 90, I get 122. Subtract 122 from both sides. And I get that the measure of angle FDC is equal to 58 degrees, which is exactly what we were looking for. So I can say measure of angle FDC is equal to 58 degrees by the triangle sum theorem. And so that means that angle FDC is congruent to angle FED by the transitive property. So that means that triangle CFD is similar to triangle DFE by angle-angle similarity theorem.